Hello everybody, welcome to the Music Cecilia YouTube channel. We are on day 3 of our challenge for doing a video to the channel every day in the month of February. I will say that I'm coming as I am in every single one of these videos because I'm literally doing everyone every single day. So it's not like I can choose to not do one on my off days if I really want to participate in this challenge. So not gonna lie, I'm a little on the tired side today. It's been a bit of a rough day. And I wanted to clean up more before this video, but I didn't get the chance to, so we're slapping on a jewel toned lip and calling it good. These videos are invigorating me with new life and making me feel like I'm connected to this amazing community we're forming with this channel again. And so thank you so much for being here. We are talking about the third heavy hitter on our channel. We have a few artists that we pretty consistently talk about on here because I just love giving beautiful little gifts to their fandoms whenever I can. And of course, one of the artists that really kickstarted us getting subscribers on the channel was Aurora. Please consider liking and subscribing and get those notifications so that you know when we're going to be dropping that next video. And then I also wanted to say that I will be stopping briefly in the middle of this video to briefly discuss some stuff that we have going on with Music Cecilia. So thank you all in advance for indulging me on that one as I use my platform to kind of continue to grow this little business empire that we're trying to grow. I have not seen this video before. I've not seen this performance before. I actually unfortunately got a little bit disconnected from Aurora for a little while, and so I haven't heard this song. And this performance was done 1 year ago. This video says it was posted 1 year ago at least. But this is a song called Invisible Wounds, and for some reason this song in her repertoire has missed me. So I need to dive back into my Aurora connections again because I am missing this girl. She has so much emotional catharsis in her music for me. Her music really got me through the pandemic, and so I'm really excited to be reunited with her again. Let's dive into this live performance of Aurora singing Invisible Wounds for NRK TV, and it looks like this was with the Norwegian Radio Orchestra, which is super cool, and it was for this year's TV campaign for the Children's Cancer Association, which will establish family houses near hospitals in 4 Norwegian cities. So I love the fact that Aurora is also using a lot of her career's performances for good. Already beautiful orchestration.
I squeeze into a small hole through the eyes of needles to stitch you up again. Even though I know so well I can't fix anything, I look for blood to shed, mistaking every vein for thread, spreading out thin as I'm lying in my bed, barely existing.
I just had a little bit of a moment because I just realized how much I miss her. What is amazing about this performance already is how vulnerable it is. It's just, her voice is probably one of the most soothing voices that I could ever possibly hear. But it's not just her voice. I've had the pleasure of going to one of her live concerts, and it's not just her voice, it's how she approaches singing live. It's how she looks at you. It's her mannerisms. It's her ability to fully embody the music. And I feel like when she was younger at the beginning of her career, it was really like fully possessing her. As she continues to grow as an artist, she almost has like maternal vibes sometimes. She has this, I want to nurture you, I want to take care of you, I almost want to be Mother Earth, so to speak, a little bit in how much I want to draw you in with my voice. And that's something that I've always loved and admired about her so much. But it's one of the reasons why I think we resonate with her so much, is because this delicateness, especially with so many things going on in the world right now, it's really not something that is being displayed. And if you look at mainstream music, particularly mainstream music from my country, the United States, you do get a lot of artists that aren't afraid to be vulnerable, but you get a lot of materialism shoved in your face. A lot of, look at how grandiose I am, look at how big I am, shoved in your face. And I'm not going to throw any particular artist under the bus. I am a big champion for artists at any level expressing themselves authentically, but I just feel like that sort of content has become a trend in music, and Aurora is a huge juxtaposition to that. She is the opposite. She wants to portray vulnerability. She wants us to get to the core of our humanity. And the storytelling, and this is a common thread from all 3 videos I've made so far this week. With all these artists, the storytelling is the highest priority. And you can tell that she knows that from the very beginning, just because of how she looks at you. And not only that, I was with my own voice instructor, because I still work with a teacher for tune-ups in my career from time to time. And she said the most profound thing to me. She was like, sing as if you already know your voice is going to do what it needs to do, as if you have that confidence and trust in it. Practice having that confidence and trust. Don't go in automatically assuming that your voice is not going to do something you want it to do. Realize that you are united with your voice. Your voice is not just a part of your nervous system, it is your nervous system. And I think about how she sets that up so well. She goes in knowing that she's a good storyteller. She never assumes that she's not going to be that, because she knows she has to hold that type of confidence in order to invite us into it. And it's almost like she considers it her duty. And when I saw her live, you felt that energy even more potently than you can in any recorded performance of hers.
And I need you, and I need you to understand, to understand. Sometimes I see light, and I fear it's.
She's talking about fundamentally being human. It's just there's so many beautiful things happening here, and it's this direct conversation with the audience. And I also really love her conversational singing style. And if you notice, she's incorporating more chest voice now because she's building up the story of the song. But what I will say about Aurora that I always find so soothing is her beautiful use and control over her head voice. And the fact that her head voice is there. That head voice is that upper, ethereal, less pressurized sound that you're hearing that is a higher pitch. She's not feeling like she has to drag her chest voice into the upper register, which is essentially what a lot of people do in belting, but efficient belting even has a small head voice element in it. It is never 100% chest voice all the time, at least when it's being done in a non-pressed, easy way for the singer. Now, sometimes singers will choose to play with pressure points a little bit more up there for the sake of dramatic effect, but she wants to remain soothing. She's talking about the human experience in its most vulnerable, beautiful, intimate form. It's like you're having an intimate, private conversation with her. That's why she has this she's really mastered this ability to storytell with clarity because of that. And now she's getting a little bit chestier because she's also talking about the moments where maybe the humanity feels a little bit weak, or a little bit like the vulnerability is getting to be too much. And she's even reveling in those aspects of humanity, but she's using her voice to sort of like paint different brush strokes over those moments that she's describing. And then she has the ethereal, I want to have an intimate conversation with you. I want to connect with you deeply moments. And those are the moments that are more lullaby-like. They have kind of lighter brush strokes. If you were to get really deep into synesthesia, those chest voice tonalities that come in are a little bit more like darker colors or thicker strokes from the brush. And the head voice elements are like lighter pastels, or these soothing colors that we associate with baby nurseries, that we associate with this very like base, most vulnerable childlike form that all of us still have inside of us. I can go on and on, but let's just keep listening because this is just another stunning Aurora song. I'm already getting such a beautiful impression of it, already going to add it to my playlist. I need more of Aurora back in my life, and I'm probably going to say that a million times in this video, so I'm sorry. I needed her today, especially. This is really, we've been through some tough stuff today, so this is really hitting home.
Only fantasy. Oh, wouldn't it be tragic if there is no light in me, not in my...
She uses a D consonant there to create more articulation in the sound, which means you hear all of those individual pitches with more precision. She has the ability to vocally improvise there, so she can really do whatever she wants. She leaves a lot of that type of flexibility in her music. And it adds this extra magical component of I can always operate with my voice at its most agile because I really get to truly make the song my own. I'm not ironclad to singing it to one specific way. The other thing that is happening here is that she's effortlessly switching between chest and head voice. Because once again, when the primary aim is the storytelling, that also regulates the nervous system of the singer. It doesn't just regulate the audience members listening to it. So there's this mass catharsis happening here, but it courses through her body, through her veins first, and then goes outward to the audience. One of the hardest aspects of being a vocal performer is the fact that we have to remain regulated, but still have a sense of spontaneity. And it's really hard to master that combination. She does that. She does that through allowing herself to have vocal improvisation moments in her songs, making that a quintessential part of her style. And she also does that through her onstage movements. She's just learned over time how to draw people in even more with her facial expression. So everything still feels focused with just the right amount, the right hint of chaos to really get to the heart of the human condition.
Magic. And I need you.
Love the heart.
To forgive me if you can. If you can. La, 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 la. I know the best I can. It isn't always good enough. And it hurts to know I hurt you. Like I know it hurts for you to know you hurt me. And now my blood is yours. And life is slowly losing touch. How do we learn to tend to...
Man, I'm gonna get emotional in this video. You guys are catching me on a crazy day. So full disclosure, I am a foster parent right now to a really severely traumatized kiddo. I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty of that. But when she's singing things like, I know we can't always hear each other all the time, or I know that sometimes I hurt you on accident, but I still want to be there for you. Sorry. It's that kind of stuff that is so important to be talking about when it comes to humanity and human relationships, especially relationships between parents and children. Because I think what is so absent in these parenting situations that become abusive for kids is this pride of feeling like we have to have it together all the time. And when parents really have the humility to talk to their children, basically the way that Aurora is talking in this song, we are so much more likely to forge that deep connection with our kids. And those moments where we inevitably make mistakes, no matter how you are parenting or how you became a parent, those moments where you make mistakes and you're not perfect don't become traumatizing because you're not holding on to that shame and then taking it out on them. You're actually processing it, kind of co-regulating with the child and being transparent and not being afraid to apologize. And I think it's just so healing to hear that kind of perspective talked about in a song of like, I'm sorry I hurt you. I don't want to hurt you. This was a mistake, but I still want to connect with you. I still want to be close to you because that's so often what children need to hear. And it's also so often what people, even if they're not in parenting situations, are disenfranchised in society. It's so often what they need to hear too. And it's just so beautiful that she is expressing that, and that is the core of her message as an artist, instead of a lot of the other things you hear today, which can actually feel very, very accosting and overwhelming to people who are dealing with delicate nervous systems. And a lot of us, with what's going on in the world today, are. Yeah, I need more. I need more Aurora. I'm going to say it again, because obviously I'm having an emotional catharsis just through listening to this song, and I hope that is what this song is doing for all of you Aurora fans, and even people new to this artist. Please go check out this artist. She's like medicine. If you haven't engaged in her fandom already.
These invisible wounds our hearts gave us. I can't heal you, and you can't heal me, even if we wanted to. And how
I love how she plays with the orchestra.
And I need you to stop needing me, like I needed you. We both need to tend to the invisibles.
So real quick before we finish off the video, I love her wonderment dancing. It's also so beautiful to see somebody so unbridled and so uncensored and yet so in control on stage. Not only are we doing the February challenge to get the YouTube channel back on board, because yeah, that's important, but I also am going to talk a little bit about this. So I am producing an indie record. It is called Expose. And Expose is it's very inspired by folk music, vintage country, a little bit of pop influence, and other contemporary influences. There's even a little bit of jazz and soul influence on this as well. And it's kind of my coming of age story from the age of 17 to like my late 20s. I'm 30 years old now. And these are just like moments in time where I gained wisdom or made my life better in some way by having an insight. A lot of the songs are really wholesome, talking about my loved ones, talking about my love story with my husband, but there's also some kind of like more existential songs about self-healing on the album, and it's been really healing and cathartic to make it, so I hope you guys consider checking it out. It is now officially available. The first 6 tracks are officially available on Spotify and all other streaming sites, wherever you enjoy streaming your music as well, under the stage name Cecilia in all caps. So I'm going by my brand's name for my music. And then I'm releasing the slow dance music video for my premiere single from the album, which is a fun, upbeat song, is already available on the YouTube channel. And then we also have another music video that we have made ourselves for my song called Healing Myself. That's a really, really special song to my heart and very, very vulnerable to make. That is going to be premiering at the end of this month. So I hope you guys consider checking that out and streaming the music. It means so much. All of this helps us to continue being able to make more content like this. And it is so meaningful for me to be able to fully show myself as a contemporary artist myself with my own individual identity. I love it. Even if it was just a little bit of instrumental left, I still wanted to make it to the very end. I really like to honor the instrumentalists that are featured in these videos as well as much as possible. If it were not for collaborative instrumentalists, our vocal music performances would not be nearly as musical and beautiful as they are. What a stunning group of players that were able to play so delicately and expressively alongside a singer who really, really loved interacting with them on stage. A couple other things about her technique before, as I finish off this video. So the things that are really riveting about her, and they're equally as riveting live, which was why it was so beautiful to go up and see her when she was in concert in Seattle, which is a few hours away from where I live. So we were able to make a road trip up there and attend that concert, and it was so stunning. It was like one of my husband and I's favorite concert experiences we've ever had. And she's so soothing live, but also her vocals are just as good live. And that's the even harder thing to accomplish, more so than any recording work, because vocals of course can be edited in the studio, and they're a lot less edited when they're live. Even if you're through a mic that has a little bit of an ethereal element to it, there's still that stamina component. She was able to maintain it so well in a full concert. And she has this beautiful mastery between her chest voice and head voice. She is one of the contemporary artists that I really feel like embodies that chest to head transition the best. She is moving throughout her registers with so much ease, and it's because she's regulating her own body actively while she's performing. That movement is helping her do that. And so because she's become a master at that balance, and I think she's gotten even more masterful at that as she ages into this beautiful career of hers, we as an audience, we feed off of that. It's mirror neurons. We feed off of that. It's actually so incredibly magical what singers have the potential to do in that capacity. And because we feed off of that, we resonate with her and we really understand what she's saying. And her lyrics are just as powerful as her singing is. So another absolutely gorgeous song by Aurora. As a reminder, I am here to prop these artists up. There's a lot of people on the channel that use their musical expertise to get kind of salty about artists and really, really dive deep into criticism. And it's not that that doesn't have its place. I just want this to be like a safe space for people. There's a lot going on in the world. If you are a US surveyor right now, there's a lot, but it's not just us. There's a lot going on in all other parts of the world as well. The human condition is such a hard thing to be in sometimes. And I just want people to be able to have a cathartic, beautiful place where they can come here, visit the channel, and I can use my musical expertise to share with you all, as a professional voice instructor, as a singer who does all of this full time now. I can share with you all why these singers are so important to us and why we love them so much without you having to defend them, you know? Let's have a channel that's all about that. So as a friendly reminder, keep it safe in the comments too. Keep it a safe space, but feel free to share any knowledge about this song or other Aurora performances that you may want to see on the channel, or any other artists you want to see on the channel too. We need a lot of content this month, so I'm very open to suggestions. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. I love you all, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.